Internet mobile services have been shut down in both Rajouri as well as Poonch district in Jammu and Kashmir. Rajouri's anti-terror operations are still continuing. The army and the NIA are trying to hunt down the terrorists. Choppers have been deployed. My colleague Kamaljeet, who's on the spot in Rajouri, is now joining me on the story. Kamaljeet, it's extremely difficult at the moment because, if we look at the mountains, they are very harsh. The weather also at the moment seems like to be against, this. From what we are understanding, the search operation will not be an easy task for the Indian Army.
Time and again we've seen in operations like this, it does take a lot of time. In fact, they have to strategize, and this is obviously a joint operation which is to be done. Now remember, as far as the Indian Army is concerned, on 20th, that is when the operation was launched, and this is where Rajouri comes into picture. And we've seen over the past 26 months, 8 major operations have taken place, big terror attacks have taken place in which over 30 soldiers have been killed. Now, sources do indicate to us that this could be one of the same module which is behind this particular act itself. Now, in a proactive operation, there can be setbacks, and we've seen 4 soldiers getting killed. But it is also the fact that these are terrains which are extremely difficult, green foliage, there is an expanse as well as natural cavities and cave-like structures. This is where they could be hiding. Also, they could be getting some sort of OGW support or local support. That is where investigations are to be launched. Now, a massive manhunt is already underway. There have been obviously a use of drones, the dog squad. Meanwhile, what has happened is that 3 persons have been found dead near the Poonch encounter site. Now, that is also a matter under investigation. Meanwhile, what we've been told is that several people have been picked up for questioning, and obviously at this point of time there are 2 FIRs. One is in this particular regard of the encounter, and the other is obviously the one in which these 3 persons have been found dead under mysterious circumstances. So all this is now going to be a matter of investigation. Meanwhile, pressure mounting especially on the Poonch-Rajouri sector where major terror operations have taken place. Remember, on 1st and 2nd Jan, Aishwarya, we were right here in Dhangri in Rajouri area where civilians were targeted by terrorists. So this is a zone which has been time and again chosen by the terrorists because the line of control is not too far. And yes, the vast expanse itself gives them enough opportunities to hide inside the forested areas.
Thank you, Kamaljeet. My colleague who's on the spot in Rajouri is explaining to us how looking for these terrorists at the moment will become a hindrance for the Indian Army and the NIA. Search operations still underway.